Rare Bruce Lee Japanese program guide review, and it's coming right up. Hey guys, Charles Damiano here from the Bruce Lee Collection for another exciting episode. In this episode, I'm going to be reviewing these beautiful Japanese program guides on Bruce Lee that came out in the early to mid 1970s. And before I review each one and go into details of what's included in these amazing program guides, I'm going to just show you the ones I'll be reviewing over the next few weeks. You got this one here from Bruce Lee in the Green Hornet, and followed by Fury of the Dragon, which we'll get into more details in a bit. And then you have this beauty here of Bruce Lee and the Big Boss, known here in the United States as Fists of Fury. And then you have this one, which I just love. This is Bruce Lee in the Chinese Connection here in the United States. Overseas, it was known as Fist of Fury. And then you have this beauty, which we'll get into some stories behind this one. This one's called Return of the Dragon, but there's a twist to it. So you'll hear about that shortly. And the cover on the back here is this beautiful red. This one is Way of the Dragon, known overseas. Here in the United States, it came out as Return of the Dragon. Then we got this beauty on Bruce Lee in The Game of Death, followed by Bruce Lee in Tower of Death. And then, of course, my favorite, Bruce Lee in his classic film, Enter the Dragon. And last but not least, we'll be reviewing the Bruce Lee story, Dragon, starring Jason Scott Lee, which, as we know, came out in the early 90s. So get ready for some fun and excitement, guys. All right, so we're gonna start our review with this first Japanese program guides. Now, for you guys who don't know what a program guide is, I did some research on this. I thought these were press books when I first saw them, but they're program guides. And what that means is these were distributed in the Japanese movie theaters back in the 70s when the films were released. They actually sold these over the counter. So just imagine that. So you'd go to the counter to pick up your popcorn and your soda to see a Bruce Lee film, and then right behind the counter you would see this Japanese program guide, which they had on sale. And as we know, Japan put out some great quality material, so these beauties were sitting back there, and you would purchase one from the movie theater and it would tell you all about the movie you were about to see, and it showed some beautiful color spreads, which we're going to go through in a second. Black and white photos. They were anywhere from 18 to 24 pages in length, and this one's about 20 pages, and we'll review this one together. It has a beautiful front cover of Bruce Lee in the Green Hornet, a great back cover, beautiful headshot of Bruce Lee in this beautiful classic black suit. Now, this was the movie that they put out back in the mid-70s that included 3 Green Hornet episodes in one movie. So it was about an hour and a half because each episode was about 30 minutes. And this was that film called The Green Hornet. And as you flip through this one, it says Bruce Lee in the Green Hornet. As you can see here, lots of photos on Bruce Lee. And then as you flip through the next page, you have some beautiful images here of Bruce Lee, and I'll show some close-ups of this. Here he's fighting in that Mantis episode, which was just incredible. One of my favorites. Was that your favorite Green Hornet episode? The Mantis, where he fights the Japanese guy in the praying mantis style versus Bruce Lee. Let me hear it in the comments. And as you continue to flip through this book, you start getting into some beautiful color photos of Bruce Lee. Here he is again in the Mantis episode. You have Bruce Lee and Van Williams here at the bottom in color. And then you have some other great photos of Bruce Lee here. And again, it just tells you all about what you were going to see. And then they always have these beautiful middle spreads that are all in color. Here you got Bruce Lee in full mask and cap. It says Bruce Lee in the Green Hornet. Just love this program guide. You got some other pictures here. Again, this is all in Japanese because remember, these were put out in the Japanese movie theaters in Japan. And these were sold in the movie theaters as a program guide telling you all about the movie you are about to see. Here it says, once again, Bruce Lee in the Green Hornet. I just love that color photo. You have a couple more black and white photos here. Here you have a nice headshot of Van Williams, followed by Bruce Lee in the Green Hornet screen test. As we all know, that's how he was auditioned to play the part of Kato in the Green Hornet. You have this beautiful photo here of Bruce Lee. And as you continue to flip through this great program guide, I can't stop thinking of seeing this behind the counter as a kid. I think I was 13, 14, 15 years old when this came out in the mid-70s, and you had the ability to purchase this beauty behind there. I'm not sure what they were selling it at the time, but now they're collector's items. They're over 50 years old, and I'm going to review these with you throughout the next couple of weeks. But the second one I want to show you now in this episode is this beauty. This was put out as Fury of the Dragon. So when the mid-70s came, everyone was Bruce Lee starved. They wanted more Bruce Lee. They were craving to see him on the big screen once again. And they came up with the idea to put a compilation together of 3 Green Hornet films and call it a movie. So the second one, they had such a great success with this first one called Bruce Lee in the Green Hornet. It was followed by this one called Bruce Lee in Fury of the Dragon. It says it here right in the corner of the magazine. Has a decent back cover. It says Bruce is at it again on the back. Has a picture of Bruce doing a flying kick. But I love this image of the front cover. And as you flip through this one, they used 3 other Green Hornet films to make Fury of the Dragon. So you had a chance to see another 3 episodes of the Green Hornet on the big screen. As we know, Bruce Lee only made 26 episodes in total. They chose 3 for here, 3 for the first one. They chose 6, which I think they thought were the best of the Green Hornet episodes to put on the big screen, and that's when they came out with Fury of the Dragon. So you have here Bruce Lee kicking the cop. I forget the name of that one, but it does say here Fury of the Dragon. And as a kid, when I saw this back in the movie theater, I remember to this day I saw it at the movie theater on 12th Street and 3rd Avenue. I forget the name of the theater, but it was here in Manhattan, New York, and I was just blown away when I saw this movie, because to see Bruce Lee on the big screen once again, when this came out in the mid-70s, I was about 15 years old. It was simply amazing. Did you guys see these when they came out in the 70s? Let me know in the comments. Chime in. Did you have a chance to see these in the movies? And if not, do you now have them on DVD or video? If you don't, I'll leave a link in the description below where you could purchase the DVD of these movies so you can see them now on your DVD player. But seeing them on the big screen back then in the day was just amazing. And again, this is just another beauty that you would see in the Japanese movie theaters that you had the ability to purchase. Imagine that, seeing this, and you know, that's when I just started getting into collecting, and you had the ability to purchase this right from the movie theater. What a great concept that was. I know here in the United States they didn't really do things like that. They did give out a few Bruce Lee promotional items at some of the movies that you saw, but they never had anything for purchase that I remember anyway as a kid where you can actually purchase Bruce Lee memorabilia in the movie theater. If I'm wrong, guys, and you remember being able to purchase items in the movie theaters in the 70s, please chime in. Let me know in the comments if you remember that. I don't remember that as a kid. But anyway, getting back to the review of this one, this is just another beauty. Again, it's about 20 pages in length. Came out in the mid-70s when they put out Fury of the Dragon. And they always included lots of black and white photos and then some great color photos of Bruce Lee from the 3 episodes that they were showing. Here's a few more black and white photos of Bruce Lee from Fury of the Dragon, followed by, again, as I said, they always put in a full spread in the middle of the program guide, which is just mesmerizing, in all different photos of Bruce Lee and Van Williams fighting off the bad guys. Love this spread. And then you have more black and white photos of Bruce Lee. It says Bruce Lee is back again. Here you have Bruce Lee, another color spread on him on that page. Little highlight of the Black Beauty here, as you can see. And then as you flip through it, all these were in Japanese, so all the writing in the magazine or the program guide was in Japanese. So obviously I don't have the ability to read this, but it looks like an incredible program guide. I'm sure the people who purchased these in Japan were going nuts when these came out, because they are just simply amazing. So let me know if you guys have these program guides, these first two that we went through today. If you don't and like to pick them up, I do have a few available of the program guides that I will be reviewing. I have this one available, A Fury of the Dragon. You can always email me. I'll leave my email in the description below. It's cdbrlee@aol.com, and we can discuss the details on picking one of these beautiful vintage Japanese Bruce Lee program guides up and adding it to your collection. So for now, guys, if you're new to the channel and haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to grow the community here to 100,000 subscribers. We're about just shy of 86,000 now, and it's the fans and collectors like you that keep me going with this channel. So hit the subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up to see more videos like this. Also hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. And until next time, as always, Charles Damiano signing out from the Bruce Lee Collection, saying have fun collecting, and we'll see you guys next time. Take care, guys.